cup of water? Okay.
No, I haven't had water in 10 years.
Okay. Go for it, Gatorade. All right, we're ready to begin with Coach Musselman in Arkansas, J.D. Notae, Aldis Toney, and Chris Lykes. And we'll ask Coach for some general thoughts on the game. Then we'll take your questions just for the student athletes and then excuse them back to the locker room. And then we'll finish up with Coach Musselman. Coach, would you begin?
Yeah, I thought, the first half, obviously a battle of two great defensive teams, not two good defensive teams, two great defensive teams. I thought that Chris Lykes' push at that end of the first half was really, really huge for us, momentum-wise, to go up with a short, small lead. And then I thought that, once we got to regroup and talked about some of the coverages and changed to playing a little bit more on the side than in the middle of the floor, we went out to that 13-1 run. And I don't know what it turned into after the 13-1, but really focused group to end the half and really focused group the first couple minutes of the second half. And obviously we shot the ball much, much better in the second half.
All right, we'll take your questions for either of the student athletes. Raise your hand, and we'll start right here on the aisle in the middle front.
Yeah, I was going to ask a couple of guys different things, if that's okay. Aldis, your ankle must have been feeling pretty good. How'd you feel, and what was it like to play like that? And the dunk at the end, I guess you just got excited. Or could you talk about that?
Is that all for the same player?
Yeah, I'll all for Aldis, if that's okay.
It felt good to be back out there with the guys, especially missing that Tennessee game. It was just my ankle was feeling good. I was just going with the momentum and just having fun out there.
I don't think LSU liked that very much. I know you're not in the business of doing things LSU likes, but did you just feel like, hey, man, I'm going to do it, it's right there? Or what was the thought process?
I mean, there still was time on the clock, so I just played till the buzzer went off. That's about all.
And then maybe for JD and Chris, what did you guys think of what Aldis did and how much that helped y'all?
We needed Aldis, honestly. He brings so much defensively and offensively. And just his energy, he just going to bring it every single time. And he brought a lot of energy today. First half, he kept us going with his offensive rebound, just being there, finishing, and he kept going.
Yeah, kind of what JD said. Just we missed his versatility in the Tennessee game, and he showed why he's really important to our team today. So
Good. You'll come back around, okay? All right, let's go to the middle aisle in the back.
This question is for you. Just curious, how you felt during warm-ups today and just an overall thought on your game and the impact that you had.
This March, important game. I know the guys, starting off, they came with great energy. And my goal was just to sustain it and come out there and pressure the guards. I felt like they were tired because we pick up the ball, we pressure them. So I wanted to just keep going with that, and, it worked out for us today. So.
JD and Aldis, could you guys just comment on Chris's game and the lift he gave you off the bench?
Electric. He was just being Chris Lykes out there, honestly. He just speed, being aggressive, just killer mindset. And we needed that.
We'll piggyback on what JD said. Chris is just that dog. He got that dog in him, especially coming out the bench like what he did today. In the last couple of games, he just had the momentum going. When he came in, the whole momentum changed, and he just kept that foot on the gas. And we needed that from him.
Okay, question in the middle on the right side.
JD, last year LSU knocked you guys out of the SEC tournament. Was that in the back of your mind today and wanting to knock them out this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just remembering that last play when I turned it over last year, that just stuck with me too. Just wanting to beat them every single time we play them.
Raise your hand if you have another question. Okay, let's go to the middle, front.
Aldis, I know in the last LSU game, the offensive glass was a huge kind of problem for you guys, and then you dominated on that front today. What was the key to that for you guys?
On Our coach was just preaching to us in practices, but we gotta beat them on the glass to either win this game. If they beat us on the glass, they gonna stay in the game, or they could get a chance to win. And we just took that and came out with the boards.
Got time for one or two more. Okay, let's come back to the front.
And maybe this is for JD and Odis. No offense, Chris. LSU, they after they won yesterday, they said they were real anxious to play you guys. Understandable, you swept them, but you guys beat them, 3 times, and they're obviously an NCAA tournament team. How does that feel? And did you guys realize they were saying, "Hey, we want another crack at Arkansas"?
Yeah, we heard all of it. We wanted to use that as our own motivation. Like, they want to play us, so we gonna bring it too. So that was our momentum. Our view of it, and we wanted to come out here and win, and that's what we did. We know they got a high net, so we want to take it.
Yeah, just like you said, like we was all in film, and we just kept watching the interviews they had, and they just said they wanted us bad, so we just got locked in and came out there and played.
We got time for one more question for any of the student athletes. All right, let's take it right there.
You guys 1 win away from an SEC championship, but I wonder, a couple days ago when you guys were on that yacht, were y'all scared at all when Muss was captaining the ship?
Directed to
Chris.
No, I got faith in Coach Muss. He told me he was going to take care of the boat, and it was good environment out there. So.
hurry.
You take care of our shit.
You guys split with A&M. They're obviously hot. They beat Florida. They beat Auburn. What are your thoughts? And 2 pretty tough games against when you guys split. What are your thoughts on playing A&M? Maybe Chris and JD.
A&M is real gritty. I've played against Buzz, VTech, a number of times, so I understand, what he likes to do in terms of dynamics of the team. But we got to be ready to play. They're going to bring it. They're coming off a huge win, so just like today, we got to be ready to play.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what Chris said, they just had a big time win, and they trying to get to the championship just like we trying to get to the championship. So it's gonna be a dog fight, and we just gotta come out ready to play.
All right. Thank you. We'll excuse the student athletes back to the locker room. All right, we're ready to continue on with Coach Musselman. Raise your hand, and we'll get a mic to you. Let's start on the right side.
22 seconds left in the first half. Coach Wade gets that technical foul. I believe the Hogs 16-0 after that. How big of a turning point was that in the game?
I mean, I think it was, that's 2 points, or whatever. I've gotten a few too, so, whatever, I don't think that was other than the 2, the 2 free throws we got. So I don't ever really, say much about somebody else getting them because I probably get more than anybody. So, but I did, like I said, I thought that Chris's pull-up jumper at the end of the half was really, really important for us momentum-wise. I thought the steals that Chris had in the first half were momentum-type swings. And then, like I said, at halftime, they did a great job. Our team did of making a couple adjustments on where the ball was placed in pick and rolls, and I think that led to some clean, easy looks. And then even when they tried to trap, they left Trey Wade. I thought it was, we had told Trey to dive to the rim, and he did, and then he made a great pass for a dunk to a D. So just I thought at halftime we were able to kind of take a deep breath, relax, and discuss some of the things, and got great player feedback as well.
Raise your hands. Let's come to the front row right here on the right side.
Coach, Chris has kind of been up and down this season, and then pretty up the last couple of games. So just what's been going right for him as of late?
Who's that, Christina?
Chris Lykes.
Yeah, Chris is he's a dynamic player that, when we talked to him during the recruiting process, and then we were behind closed doors, I felt that there was going to be 5 games this year where he just came in and dynamically changed the whole complexion. I didn't know what 5 games, obviously, or where it was going to be. But we don't win that. I think it was the Northern Iowa game without his big performance, and certainly today. Obviously, LSU, when you look at their national steals, where they rank, where their defense ranks across the country, we needed Chris to be an extra ball handler. And he was patient. I mean, he wasn't the first one off the bench. I don't think he was the second one off the bench. And he came in and did a phenomenal job for us.
When did you know that Toney was going to be able to play, and did you expect him to put up such significant numbers today?
Yeah, I thought the training staff and the doctors did a great job. We were concerned that he couldn't play at Tennessee because, we kind of felt like he might have the possibility. He had already taken an X-ray prior to the Tennessee game. It came up where there was nothing. But then when he, had the pain prior to that game, again, our medical staff was phenomenal. As soon as we landed, they did an MRI. There was nothing on the MRI. So it was basically like a really bad bruise right around the 5th metatarsal. So it really wasn't even an ankle. And then they, I always want guys to practice, but they held him out probably a day longer on Wednesday, not practicing, which was really, really smart. And then Thursday he was able to, shoot and run up and down and felt really good. And then I just said, before the game, how do you feel? Went through shoot around today. It was great. He was not like in the starting unit, even yesterday. Made the decision to start him once he said that he was fully healthy. And I talked to the medical people, and if it was a ligament or something, there could be further damage. Then we probably wouldn't have played him, quite frankly. But because it was a bruise and just kind of pain tolerant, he wanted to play and we wanted him to play.
Good question on the left side.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about Jalen Williams. There was a play, it was chaotic late in the second half. He had the ball near midcourt almost, and he found a teammate at the basket for a layup. I'm wondering, what sort of calming influence does he have out on the court?
Yeah, no, he's phenomenal. I mean, we just played a 40-minute game against again, as high a pressure team as you can play against, and as you all watched. Who handled the ball against the press as much as anybody was Jalen, quite frankly. He was back there with one of our point guards the whole game as a trigger man. And his decision-making, his ability to see over the defense, his ability not to try to make home run plays, and he's a very, very safe passer. And he's got high basketball IQ. So in reality, I mean, we play with a point center. I mean, we have an extra point guard out on the floor. And of late, we did it a couple times in the last 2 games. We did not today, where he actually brings the ball up the floor and runs the point guard, and our guards are running off the baseline because we have great trust in him with the ball.
Okay, we've got time for a couple more. Let's take one right here, and then we'll come to the center middle.
Coach Musselman, what do you think about holding this event in Tampa in this arena? And also, I wanted to ask you, and this may intersect with your college career, but do you have any memories of being here with your dad in the Tampa Bay Thrillers?
I mean, for me, it was, it's awesome, obviously. I mean, I have a lot of friends that still live in Sarasota, which is where my dad's home was. Obviously, coaching at the Bayfront Arena, which is 27 minutes away or whatever. Yeah, I mean, a lot of great memories. I was mad at Coach Calipari because he drove down to Sarasota to see Dickie V, and I didn't get an invite. I told him I could have made that drive, blindfolded. But I love it. I mean, I got rehab on my shoulder today out by the pool for an hour. That's a lot better than getting rehab in a hotel room. And our guys, to be able to go out on a boat, to be able to experience the weather that we are, I think it's awesome.
Right down front.
Eric, first of all, what do you think about being 3-0 against a really good team like LSU? And then after that, if you could give your thoughts on playing A&M again and what you expect. And, obviously they've already played 85 minutes because they had OT, and you guys, I think, would be fresher.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we talked, a lot of times you pick and choose what you tell your team. I mean, I have a lot of trust in these guys, so I've been really honest with them about the net for the last 5 days. And I've been very honest with them about, what a potential loss could do today and what a potential win could do because of the body of work that LSU's done during the course of the regular season. So it was a huge win to be able to beat them through. I don't know what the net numbers say. I don't know. I mean, we're probably still behind them, although we beat them 3 times. How that works, do not ask me. I'm not a spokesman for the net. It's whatever, in my opinion. But hopefully there's a semblance when the selection that if their net's higher than ours, they recognize that we did beat them 3 times, once at their place, once on a neutral floor, and then once in Bud Walton.
Your thoughts on playing A&M? You guys split 2 pretty, close games. Just kind of and the fact you guys should be a little fresher, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, A&M, tremendous respect for Buzz Williams as a coach. He's got a group of guys that, much like us, they got hot at the end of the year. They've done a phenomenal job of late of playing really, really good basketball. And when they went through their losing streak, they were able to work their way through it, much like we did. And so we know we're playing a team that's playing with great confidence. We're going to play a team that believes they can win. We're playing against a team that is fighting for their NCAA lives tomorrow. And so we're gonna get their best effort because they're really, really competitive and a tough-minded team, just like their coaching staff.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.